I'm Metro Realtor Allen, and I've been helping first-time home buyers find their dream home since 2021. And the biggest concern that I keep hearing is that people are worried that they can't afford a house. So what if there was a person who can help give you the context you need to make that determination with real life data and real life listings that are on the market today? So in this video, we're going to take some of Metro Detroit's top first-time home buyer markets and see if you can afford a home there. Now, in this series, objectivity is key. There's going to be no neighborhood bias. There's going to be no cherry picking. We're going to literally spin a wheel. We're going to find a market. We're going to find what the average renter is paying per month, find what that rental payment can translate to in a home payment, and find listings on the MLS today that match that payment. And at the end of the video, we're going to give that market an affordability grade. All this so you can have the context you need to make the decision to become a first-time home buyer here in Metro Detroit. What's going on, Metro Detroit? Take a look at the screen. What's on it is a wheel spinner. This is how we are going to choose a market. It's the most unbiased, non-cherry picky way I can think of doing it. So I made a wheel spinner and I filled it with Metro Detroit's top first-time home buyer markets. So if you're living in Metro Detroit and you're renting in Redford, the next step is we're going to find out how much you're paying for rent each month. Okay, we are literally going to find this, how much you're paying for rent based on data from the MLS. So we're going to go sold for the last 90 days. We are then going to find single family homes. There are very few apartments and condos that people are renting in Redford. So let's go to Redford. And so far we've got 21. We're going to say lease. If you live in Redford and you're paying rent, you're paying likely $1,280 up to $1,800. So now we got the information. Let's move on to the next step. Okay, Metro Detroit. So the next step is we're going to take that rental band that we just found in Redford, and we're going to see how much of a home purchase can that actually translate to. So we're going to enter on the low end. If you remember, the low end was $1,280 and the high end was $1,800. So we're going to update the interest rate with the latest interest rate. To start, if this is your first house, there's at least a 70 to 80% chance your first home is going to be purchased with a 30-year FHA loan. And your interest rate as of today is Saturday, February the 7th, 2026, and your interest rate is 5.75. So the next time you hear that, you'll have some context to see what that interest rate means for you. So let's enter that. That's 5.75. And we're going to be on the 30-year term. And your down payment for the typical FHA loan is about 3.5%. And we're not going to enter PMI. I'll rather your lender do that because they can get deeper into the weeds with that. As far as your property taxes, here in Metro Detroit, property taxes kind of fluctuate market to market, but to stay in between 2 to 2.5% is relatively safe. So we're just going to leave that alone at 2.2%, and your homeowner's insurance, we're going to go ahead and use a nice round number of $100. And let's see how much house you could afford. Okay, so a good ballpark for you for your first home is going to be around $158,000 up to around $227,000. So let's go ahead and just round that down a little bit to 155 up to around 225. I think that sounds fair, right? If buying your first home feels confusing, stressful, or like everybody else got a secret memo that you didn't, don't worry, that's normal. And just to help you navigate the process of buying your first home, I put together a first-time home buyer's guide that breaks down in plain English credit, down payment options, monthly costs, and what actually matters. It's free, it's quick, it's easy to use, and it'll save tons of guesswork. Just click the link in the description, download your guide, and buy your first home with confidence. Okay, Metro Detroit, so I went ahead and I entered some of that information. So we're going to be looking for active listings. These are going to be residential in Redford, and we want to keep it around 3 bedrooms. In Metro Detroit, 3 bedrooms are way better for resale, and we put our price band of 155 up to 225. So we're going to see what's on the market right now, and inside of that price band. That price band of 1280 up to 1800 actually gives you a pretty decent amount of options. You actually have 37 listings. So we're going to randomly choose one because, like I said before, the interest is non-biased. We're not cherry picking anything. So we're going to eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a tiger by the toe. If he hollers, let him go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. All right, we're choosing this one. Okay, so we got 11322 Lucerne Avenue in Redford. It's listed at $190,000. It's been up on the market for over 170 days. We got 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and our terms are cash, conventional, FHA, and VA. All right, so let's take a look at this house. And, it's pretty decent living space. We got 1,200 above ground. I'm going to spitball and say this is the basement. Some listing agents, they put that number in, others don't. But this gives us a total of just over 2,000 square feet. So let's go ahead and take a look at the house. All right, so it looks like we got a nice 1.5-story brick. Looks pretty good. Okay. I can imagine this looks pretty good from the curb. Let's see. Right. Okay. The floors are good. I do like the paint because I like brightness. And we got a pretty decent amount of natural light here. And this is, someone's house. Someone lives here now. So try not to focus on whether the house is clean or something like that. You're looking for the bones. Okay, you want to buy something that has good bones. The roof isn't gonna cave in a month. So we're gonna be looking at the actual house because some of these are gonna be occupied. Okay, maybe a coat of paint would do some good here. I do like the floors. These panels I'm not the biggest fan of. I don't know about you. Some people like them. But myself, I'm not the biggest fan. Okay. We do got a full basement, as you can see. A nice little fireplace. I wonder if this is one of the ones that actually work. You put the wood in there and it actually heats the place up. And we do got a washer and dryer hookup, so that's pretty good. Let's see, this is that. Oh, that's a full bathroom. That is a full bathroom. Okay, so that's what that one looks like. Let's take a look at another. And again, let's go ahead and eeny, meeny, miny, mo this one. Let's go here. All right, this one is on 5 points. It's listed at 174,900. It's been up for over 100 days. It's a bit smaller than the last listing, and you can do cash, conventional, FHA, and VA. Let's take a look. It's actually kind of cute from the front. Little power wash needed. And we can see either that might be a 2-car garage there. Okay. All right. So imagine your furniture there. This actually looks pretty decent. Maybe so for some people it's a little small, but this is a first-time home for people. So for first-time home buyers, this would be perfect size, like something to grow into. So we got tons of natural light in there. The paint looks good. We got some decent looking carpet, and yeah, this one is pretty nice. And it's listed significantly lower than the other one. The kitchen's a little small, or this fridge is huge. I can't really tell. But yeah, this is pretty decent. So this one is a lot better well kept than the last one. We got a full basement and it's a lot cleaner than the last one. Yeah. Okay. I think it's a pretty decent sized backyard. If you're a family, you've got pets, there's plenty of room to move around. Ignore the couch. But yeah, a pretty decent sized backyard. And okay, that was pretty decent. I do like that one. So let's go on to page 2 and see what's here. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, tiger by his toe. $3, let him go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. All right, this one is on Lenore. It's been up for 38 days. It's listed at 214.9. We got 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. In total, we got about 1,700 square feet, and that 700 is probably basement. We can do cash, conventional, and FHA. So it looks like we do that garage is a 1-car garage, but let's go ahead and take a look. Okay, this one is, cute. You got if you got the green thumb, you can go in here and pretty much beautify this how you like. Okay. Okay. All right. So this one's pretty good. I do this a little bit more updated than the others. Pretty decent sized living room, and okay, nice flow into the kitchen. Okay. And that could be your dining area here. And, okay, so the kitchen's pretty decently sized. I do like this. It's nice and modern. Stainless steel. I'm a sucker for stainless steel. And the white is really nice and bright. And we got floors that match with the stainless steel. I actually like this one a lot. This one's nice. All right. Maybe the sink is a little small, but that's just me. That's just me. That's my own taste. This is me being unbiased. All right. But if you're a person who likes to cook, this is plenty of space for a kitchen. I do like it. So we're gonna keep on going here, and this is one of the bedrooms. Here we got 3 bedrooms. I'm not a fan of the angle that this picture was taken. I can't really get a good gauge of how large the bedroom is. But that's your bathroom, nice and clean. And, we got a nice basement. We got a nice can lighting here in the basement. So this one's significantly more well kept than the others. And we got a full bathroom in the basement as well. Okay, and here's your backyard. Again, if you've got pets, specifically dogs, plenty of space for you. And that is, like I said before, a 1-car garage. And we do have the AC unit here. And I think this used to be a pad, like a barbecue pad here. Yeah, this one's pretty decent. We're gonna do one more, and we're just gonna test out the very top. And the top is at 220, and we got Crossley Street in Redford. It's been up for 32 days. It's listed at 220,000. We got 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. It's about 2,200 square feet, and let's say that basement is 1,100 square feet. And it looks like you do cash and conventional here. So let's take a look. Okay, we got a ranch style here. Good wood floors. The paint is actually decent. Maybe invite a little bit more light opening up this window, these shades here. Yeah, more light would do this way better. But our kitchen is a pretty decent size. All right, that'll be our hallway. It looks like we got hardwood throughout. Okay. And this will be our bathroom on the main floor. Okay. I actually see the vision. A coat of paint, some nice bright paint. Turn on. And yeah, I do see the vision here. We do got our washer and dryer hooked up. And okay, our basement looks decent here. And looks like we got a 2.1. And we do have a deck. That's always a good thing. And see if I can see how big this backyard. No, can't see how big the backyard is. So let's pick one. I don't remember the one that we chose before. I think it was this one on Lenore. Yeah. So let's see if we can afford this one on Lenore. What's going on, Metro Detroit? So now we're at the part where we decide whether or not this home in Metro Detroit, this is the one on Lenore, is actually affordable for a typical first-time home buyer who's currently renting in Redford, Michigan. So we're going to go ahead and enter the data that we found. So first, we got our purchase price at just under $215,000. That was $214,900. And we're going to assume for first-time home buyers, your FHA. So your down payment is going to be around 3.5%. Your interest rate is going to be, just like we saw before, 5.75, and we're going to be doing a 30-year loan, relatively cheap at under $1,800 a month. And so here we'll put in our insurance, about $100 a month. And that gives us a total monthly payment of $1,457. That's your principal, your insurance, taxes, and interest altogether. So now we get to go to the next step where we'll take this data and give Redford, Michigan, an affordability grade. If you want real answers for your situation and not just generic advice, you can book a first-time homebuyer strategy session with me. We'll talk budget, timelines, credit, and whether buying a home now even makes sense for you and your situation. No pressure, no buy now nonsense. We'll make a clear game plan. If you're ready to go, click the link in the description and book a first-time homebuyer strategy session with me, and let's map this out together. All right, Metro Detroit. Now we get to see if a first-time home buyer buying in Redford, Michigan, is paying between $1,280 and $1,800 for rent can actually afford a home in Redford, Michigan. And we're going to actually give it a grade. So if you're ready, let's go ahead. All right. If you remember, the low band was $1,280 and the top was $1,800, and our monthly payment was $1,475 per month. Now let's see if a home in Redford, Michigan is actually affordable to a first-time home buyer who's currently renting in Redford. And drum roll, please. Bam! We actually get an affordability grade of A+. If you're currently paying that $1,800 for the upper tier of that band, you're actually saving somewhere around 18% per month. So, with that being said, it does look like a first-time home buyer who's currently renting in Redford can afford to purchase a home in Redford. Okay, so that was a lot. So if you've made it through the video, first I want to say thank you. And if you find this content style valuable, go ahead and drop me a thumbs up in the comment section and drop some questions in there. I would love to answer them and potentially make a video about them as we go. And I would love to continue to make videos just like this so I can help you understand how much home you can actually buy with your current budget or situation. And on these videos, we're going to continue to be unbiased. There's going to be no cherry picking, just real and current data. So thanks again for watching, and I can't wait to make the next one. I've been Metro Realtor Allen. Peace.